Hi, Rich. Jeff Pinkman. Apparently, the second video that I did didn't really come through, so I'll just do a not a quick one, but just a review of what I was talking about. Here, what we see with Jason doing in the swing and miss of the of your practice videos here in video number 3. You know, again, a great looking swing. His foot is getting, you know, as his foot's getting down, the bat head is up. Now as he's coming through, we see that elbow kind of leaking a little bit, but ultimately we see the hands that are coming through. The elbow is kind of down and underneath the hands and not really as in front of the hands like we saw in that game video. But one of the things that I was noticing here is, notice how he's falling backwards. Here you see how his front foot right now, right here, see how that front foot is flying open with his toe, and more or less he's rocking back on his heel. Ideally, what you'd really want to try to create is that when he's starting to swing here with his back foot, you really want to try to keep that heel up. You see him as he's rotating, he's really almost rotating and falling backwards. And you know, not that that's causing any of the timing issues, but it is going to be a cause of him not being able to hit the ball with a whole lot of power and assertiveness when he does make contact with it. So really try to keep the head a little bit more centered as he's coming through to swing. And what you'll find is that you know, he's turning great to the ball, but then as he really gets the hands in front, you see him really starting to rock back and fall backwards. So, you know, ideally try to keep that back heel elevated as much as possible, and you know, I think you'll find him a little more stable, a little stronger. Here you see in the video number 4, when he was actually making contact, you know, we see the same thing happening again. You see him kind of falling back a little bit, just a little off balance. He's not he isn't strong at all on that back foot, and on the front leg he's really just kind of off balance there as he's making contact with the ball. So you know, ideally we really want to work on trying to make sure that he is balanced, he is strong. Doesn't appear that he's as wide in this video here in number 4 as he was during the game video that we saw earlier. Notice here in these swings, as he's stepping, we see how the bat now is starting to come away from the body, versus in the game we see the bat a little more upright. So as we come through, we see the arms a little more extended, and although he is making contact with the ball, because his arms are extended and he's now falling backwards as he's going to swing, we see the bat kind of change direction and him not really able to be strong throughout the swing. Take a quick look here at the next swing, and we'll even go to the single screen here. You see again, as that front foot is striking the ground, we see the bat kind of wandering away from the body a little bit. You know, ultimately we really want to work on trying to keep that bat a little more upright like he was in his game type of swing. Now that he's coming through, we see how the plane of his bat's now coming up. But we also see how he's now starting to fall backwards a little bit. We see that back heel flatten out. He stands up more on his toe, and he even kind of takes a step back after he hits the ball. So, you know, whether he's just not strong or he's just kind of falling backwards, he's just not evenly balanced throughout these swings, you know, that could just be a result of what's going on. So, let's take a look at the next swing. And you see again how he's fallen off balance there. So I do like the fact that that you put the tee here, and to tell him to kind of watch the ball further in. I would even go as far as to say, you know, to put something here right out in front of home plate, put the tee out here in front of home plate, or even you know, put something on home plate here, so that you know, he can track the ball in further, let the ball get in deeper onto the plate, and then make contact with the ball either at the tee or at home plate there. I know I said before, you could even work on putting something or having him watch the ball all the way into the back of the net and then swing. I think that would really help out his timing as well. But you can see how even here he's hitting the ball out in front of the mark of where I would want him to hit it. Again, it's just about depth reception and how he perceives it and stuff, and it's just that development of the kids at this age. So the more they can start to see the ball in more and not have to attack it as much, you'll start to see them make better contact with everything. So take a look at the last swing here. Again, we can see how at foot strike, the bat's in a better position, but it's still starting to move as his front foot is now hitting the ground. Perhaps he's just trying to work on getting to the bat to the ball sooner, but again, he's a bit early as he's coming through. So here's the videos of from your clips 3 and 4, and if you guys continue to have any questions, don't hesitate to ask or send me an email, and I'll do my best to help you guys out as much as possible. Thanks a lot.